All right, guys, I see you guys all coming back from your breakout rooms. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over page 140. So right now in our weekly schedule, we're on Friday. We're working on our Your Turn practice workbook. We're doing pages 139 and 140. We're starting with 140. Okay. After we do that, we're going to do our 4 assessments. So let's go ahead and work on page 140 first. All right. So it says, Andrew used text evidence to answer the prompt. Write about how scientists can predict a blizzard. Blizzards are winter storms with heavy snow and cold temperatures. They can be very dangerous. I see on page 288 of Wild Weather that snow in a blizzard can be very deep. Meteorologists are the first scientists to track a blizzard. They have many tools, including radar, to track the storms. Meteorologists are the first scientists to track a blizzard. They have many tools, including radar, to track the storms. Meteorologists can see a storm that is coming on radar. In Can You Predict the Weather? I read that radar can warn people of the speed and direction of a storm. Weather forecasters warn of big storms like blizzards on the radio, television, and even the internet. Weather is all around us, but scientists can help us stay safe. So in your breakout rooms, what I expect you guys to do is have someone read that. You know, if you guys want to read it silently to yourselves first, that's fine. But I recommend someone reading it. So maybe the breakout room leader can read it. Maybe they can choose someone to read it. And then you guys are going to look at the questions. So the first question says, circle an event that Andrew learned from a photo. Circle an event that Andrew learned from a photo. So I'm going to look back and I'm going to reread. Where does it say something about a photo? Okay, let's see. They can be dangerous. I see that snow in a blizzard can be very deep. Ooh, I see on page 288 of Wild Weather that snow in a blizzard can be very deep. So that's going to be what I'm going to circle. I'm going to do it in different colors so that you guys can see them. So it says circle an event that Andrew learned from a photo. So he sees on page 288 that snow in a blizzard is very deep. So he sees that in a photo. He sees that in a photo. Okay, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna underline. I'm gonna do that in yellow and I'm gonna make my thickness a little bit bigger, okay? Underline a fact about a blizzard. Okay, well, let's see. Meteorologists are the first scientists to track a blizzard. Weather forecasts warn of big storms like blizzards. Blizzards are winter storms with heavy snow and cold temperatures. Ooh, here's a fact about blizzards. Blizzards are winter storms with heavy snow and cold temperatures. If you guys underline something else, that is fine, as long as it is a fact about blizzards. A fact is real information. It's telling you truthful information, okay? The next thing we have is draw a box. I'm going to change my thickness again. Maybe this time I'll do a purple color. Draw a box around the ending that Andrew used to organize his writing. So the ending is going to be our conclusion. Weather forecasters warn of big storms like blizzards on the radio, television, even the internet. Weather is all around us, but scientists can help us stay safe. So this is going to be our conclusion. This is going to be the ending that Andrew uses. Weather is all around us, but scientists can help us stay safe. So it sums up everything he's writing about. So he's writing about how there's different types of weather, but scientists can help us stay safe by giving us warnings because there's radar, and then they give us also information through the radio or the television or internet. And then the last one says, write a sentence on the line that includes the verb have, and then whatever sentence. So you're gonna go through and look for the sentence with the word have in it. Can anyone unmute and tell me, do you guys, anyone see a sentence with the word have in it? You can reread. Nobody sees a sentence with the word have in it?
They have many tools, including radar, to track the storms.
Very good. Where is that? Is that in the first paragraph, the second paragraph, or the third paragraph?
Second?
Second paragraph. They have, very good, right here. They have many tools, including radar, to track the storm. So let's go ahead and write that down. They have, thank you, Sierra. They have many tools, including radar, to track the storms. And then you needed a comma before and after including radar. And then I'll go ahead and put that in the chat and also make it bigger for you guys. All right. So if you guys need more time with this one, what I'll do is I'll zoom out. And then if you want to, I'm recording our lesson for right now. So then you can actually go back to this on YouTube to look at the answers. All right. The next thing we're going to be working on is going to be our paragraph on the page before this. Okay. So right now we're on page 140. We're going to go to page 139 now. We're going to page 139. All right. Okay. Read the draft model. Use the questions that follow the draft to help you add a strong conclusion. Okay. You're going to revise the draft by adding a strong conclusion to sum up the writing and tell the main idea. So what we're going to do is we're only writing the conclusion. I am not going to rewrite all of this. So let's look at the beginning and the middle of this. A weather forecaster tells people about the weather in the area. She tells how hot or cold it is. She can also warn about bad weather. So what is the topic of the writing? What is this writing about? Can anybody tell me in like a sentence? What are we learning? What are we talking about? Who in this writing? What are we talking about? We're talking about a person. What kind of person is this person? What is their job?
She could warn people about bad weather.
And what are they called? What is this person called? So this person can warn.
Weather forecast.
Very good. So so I like that. You guys answered questions 1 and 2. 1 is, what is the topic of the writing? It's about a weather forecaster. And what is the main idea? That she warns people about the weather, or she tells people about the weather. What information could you include in a conclusion sentence? So how does Ms. Park usually always start a conclusion? I use 2 words. Blank conclusion. Does anyone know what comes before conclusion?
In conclusion.
Very good, Ava. So I'm going to start it here. And the reason why I'm not indenting is because the indenting was already done. All I'm doing right now is I am just adding to this paragraph. Normally, I would make you guys write this entire paragraph again and then also add the conclusion, but we're not going to do that today. So in conclusion, and what do I put after in conclusion? I need to put something, a break, not a period though. What do you guys think? Not a period, but a what?
Comma.
Very good, Russell. In conclusion, a weather forecaster has a very important job to keep us safe and informed, because she warns us about bad weather. And if she's giving us a warning, that means that she's keeping us from danger. And the antonym for danger is safety. So she keeps us safe and she keeps us informed. Sometimes it's not about keeping us safe. Sometimes it's just we just want to know, like, should we wear a jacket when we go outside? So we can look at the weather and see, okay, well, it's a little chilly today, so I'm going to wear a jacket. Or, oh, it's really sunny today, so I get to go swimming. So in conclusion, oops, I spelled weather wrong. A weather forecaster has a very important job to keep us safe and informed about the weather. What you guys are going to do now is you're going to, let me see if I can make that bigger for you guys. Perfect. You're just going to write that sentence. It is a long sentence because we're summing up what this paragraph is about. The paragraph is in the chat. You guys can also watch this on YouTube later and pause the video. The answer for this one will not be in your answer sheet for your turn answer workbook under resource links, because every answer could be different. There is no like right or wrong way to do it. If you guys had a different conclusion, but you talked about something similar, then it's still correct. Writing is very creative. You don't have to have the same exact thing as someone else. All right. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I am going to transition to your testing time. You guys have 4 tests that you need to take. Now, what I'm going to do is, because Eknor is still new, I'm going to be kind of showing her how to get through a spelling, a vocabulary, a comprehension, and a selection test. So because I'm going to be working with her and I'm going to be talking with her through it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rest of you guys in a breakout room so that you guys can work in there quietly. There will be no talking in the breakout room. In the breakout room, it's going to be a quiet place for you guys to take your assessments. Okay. If you have a question, or you want to unmute, or you need to ask me something, you're going to come back to this regular session. Okay. Once you are done with all 4 tests and you have put all your scores in your ELA Friday gradebook, you can come back to the main session and let me know. Say, Ms. Park, I did all 4 tests and I put all my scores in the ELA Friday test gradebook. Once you've done that, you are free to head off. And then if there's any missing work for the week, make sure you get it done. At 10:15, we're going to come back for math. Now, before I put you guys into your breakout rooms, I want to see all of you guys open up your gradebook. This is what your gradebook looks like. How do you access your gradebook? You need to go to Google Classroom. There's a couple of you guys who had missing Unit 3, Week 3, so make sure you guys complete that. We are now on Unit 3, Week 4, okay? We are now on Unit 3, Week 4. So as a reminder, you need to have your weekly schedule out because you are going to need your spelling and your vocabulary test links. If you want, I will put them in the chat. You're actually taking and recording your spelling and your vocabulary test now. So I'm putting them in the chat for you. If you're watching it on YouTube, then you're going to have to go to your weekly schedule on your own. Oopsies, what did I just do? Okay, there we go. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your spelling test first. After you take your spelling test, let's say you get a 93%. You're going to put your score under spelling, and then what do you have to do? Click out of the box. Why do we click out of the box? Because that's how it saves our work. After you do that one, then you're going to go back and take your vocabulary test. Take your vocabulary test. Let's say you got a 78. After you type it in the vocabulary area, you're going to click out of the box. We are again in Unit 3, Week 4. So it's letter H. We're on letter H. Spelling is first. It's that first line spelling. Vocabulary is the second line. Then your selection test and your comprehension test are going to be in Connect Ed. To get to Connect Ed, you guys are going to go to the waffle, click on McGraw-Hill Education. You're going to click on the Wonders book. And then you guys are going to click on To Do. Mine's not going to show because I'm in a teacher account.
To do.
But once you click on to do, you're going to click on my tests and your tests are going to be here. You're taking your selection test and your comprehension test. After you take your selection test, you're going to put your score in. Let's say you studied really hard and you got 100% on your selection test. And then for your comprehension test, you still did pretty well. You got a 78. What you're going to do now is you're going to click out of the box. See how it's saving? Now it's saved. Once your work has been saved, you can exit out of this. And then you'll come back to the main session, say, Ms. Park, I saved all of my ELA gradebook scores. I did all of my tests, and then you will be free to go. Okie dokies. All righty.